kicking us off, or someone else was. Sir, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? How are you? Good, good. Man, we'll try to make this quick before the tent blows away. Welcome, everyone. Just want to say good morning and thank you for joining us in the site of the future Northwest Water Treatment Facility. As you can see, work is already underway at this site. We were hoping to have this groundbreaking in April, but because of the coronavirus crisis, we had to delay this current celebration. COVID has scaled back our celebration. Many are tuning in onto a live broadcast for this event instead of being here in person on site with us today. Others are not able to travel to be with us, but we look forward to future events celebrating the progress of this critical project, hoping together as soon as it is safe to do so. I'm joined today by multiple individuals who have been essential in accomplishing this project. Kathy Sexton, of the city manager of Derby and the advisory board member of this project. Brian Meyer, with Barnes and Max and Wichita Water Partners. Leo Henning, wind's picking up. Leo Henning, Deputy Secretary and Director of Environment for the KDHE. Kevin McDonald, Senior Underwriter for the EPA. And Alan King, Director of Public Works. There are so many others who helped us get to where we are today. I want to recognize the City Council and all of the city staff who worked so hard on this project. The new water facility is a critical investment to our region. We actually have the City Council here. We got Councilmember Johnson, Councilmember Tuttle, of course our Vice Mayor Claycomb. Is Brian kicking around here? I thought I saw James right in front of me. Councilmember Brian Fry and Councilmember Clendenin. Water is the most important utility we provide, especially as Wichita grows. This new facility replaces an 80-year-old plant and will provide 120 million gallons per day of drinking water to our residents. Thanks to the hardworking staff, Wichita Water Partners, and our colleagues at the state level, we secured nearly $280.9 million in federal credit financing to fund the new Wichita Northwest Water Facility. This will save ratepayers an estimated $97 million and was able to start 7 years earlier than it would have without the WIFA loan. This project also utilizes a progressive design-build delivery method that allows the city to lock in pricing early in the design process, nearly $15 million below the original city budget. It is also the largest infrastructure project of its kind we've undertaken and will serve our residents long after us here today are gone. It was not an easy project to pursue, but we know that with investment in safety of drinking water for our residents, it's worth it. Wichita's future and its future of its drinking water is worth it. And with that, I'd like to invite City Manager Sexton up to make a few comments. And good luck not getting blown away.
Mayor, thank you so much. I'm Kathy Sexton, City Manager of Derby, and I represent today probably not only Derby, the largest wholesale customer of Wichita Water, but also many other rural water districts and communities, cities in the South Central Kansas region who rely on and partner with the City of Wichita for their safe drinking water supply. In fact, I think the Wichita Water Department provides more Kansas households and manufacturers with safe and quality drinking water than any other provider in this entire state. So we are proud to be a partner with them. I know the other communities, Andover, Rose Hill, and other folks who live all in the country in these rural water districts are proud to be partners, and we know we could probably get water from someone else, but we also know that would be more expensive. And so we relish the decades of partnerships with Wichita and look forward to more decades to come. I'm also confident today in saying that it's windy. Hope we don't lose too many more pieces of equipment here. I'm also confident today in saying that this is the most important thing that public funding can be used for in today's world for economic development and securing the future of this South Central Kansas region for our children and our grandchildren. This is a long-term, multi-year, multi-decade kind of project, and it is the most important thing we could be doing for our businesses, our manufacturers, and our households. So, City of Wichita partners, thank you very much.
And I think next we have some words from
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brian Meyer. I manage the Burns McDonnell Wichita office, and I'm also the local lead for the Wichita Water Partners team. You know, I just want to say we couldn't be more honored to have been selected to deliver the largest infrastructure project in the history of Wichita. You know, and our history really goes back with the city of Wichita more than a century. Back in 1910, Burns McDonnell designed a bridge across the Little Ark River. And that was at a time when our founders, Clinton Burns and Robert McDonnell, were just starting to grow our company. So a long history. You know, and even this project, the need and the vision for this project was developed over 25 years ago. We're proud to say that our team and the members of our team have been involved with so many aspects of water supply development for the city of Wichita over those years. Every step of the way we've supported the city of Wichita. We're really proud of that history. And we're so grateful that we were entrusted with this responsibility to design and build a facility that will serve the city of Wichita and surrounding communities for generations. You know, and I've lived and worked in Wichita for nearly 35 years. So this plant will produce the water that I drink, my family drinks, my friends and neighbors drink. So with that, I am personally committed to the quality execution of this project. And really to that end, we've assembled a team of local partners that deeply care about this project. And we're adding more partners every day. And when you combine that with our national experience in delivering major infrastructure projects and the passion that comes from that local partnership, you know, it guarantees that we are 100% committed to the delivery of this state-of-the-art facility on time and on budget. The other exciting thing about this facility is that it's going to meet the growing demands of the city of Wichita, so that the employers in Wichita can confidently invest in the city of Wichita and in their businesses. And we're excited to be part of that growth. You know, and we're excited about today because it really does mark the time when we can dig in, get to work delivering this critical infrastructure. And the last thing I'd like to say is something we've really enjoyed. It's been so rewarding is to be able to work with so many dedicated and exceptional city leaders and city staff, and we look forward to continuing down that road. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Leo Henning, and I am the Deputy Secretary and Director of Environment for the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. I want to thank the city for having invited me to today's dedication for this very important drinking water facility. Drinking water, it's a basic human need. Everybody has to have it. We depend on it. But drinking water is something that most residents take for granted. They expect to have an unlimited amount of water of high quality delivered to their faucet every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But as many of you know, it takes a lot of effort to plan, treat, and deliver that precious resource to the residents. Could you imagine one day in Wichita without water? It'd be hard to imagine it. So this new drinking water facility will provide a long-term solution to Wichita to provide that high-quality drinking water that meets all the federal requirements, and to modernize a treatment facility that adds operational flexibility and ensure that the city can provide safe drinking water in both normal and emergency operations. KDHE, who is the regulatory agency for drinking water, also commits today to being a good partner on this project. We are providing a low-interest loan to the city through the State Revolving Loan Fund, and we are also dedicating an engineer to the city's project to ensure a timely review and approvals to keep this project on time. My final comment is directed to the mayor, the city council members, Alan King, I know he's here somewhere, and his staff. You should be proud of yourself for taking on this project. It takes courage to implement a large project like this one. Human nature tells us to wait. The time's not right. Let the next person deal with it, or the next administration to deal with it, and just keep kicking the can down the road. But today, the city leaders have demonstrated courage to act, to make this needed investment in the city's future. This facility will provide a reliable and long-term solution for exceptional drinking water to Wichita residents for the decades into the future. Thank you again. It's an honor to be here.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kevin McDonald, and I am the senior underwriter at the EPA's WIFIA loan program, and it's such a pleasure to be here today. I was joking, I haven't put on a suit since March, and I really feel great to do that. So, yeah, it's a little snugger around the waist, but that's okay. So EPA's mission is to ensure that all Americans have access to clean air, clean water, regardless of their zip code. And as you know, firsthand, high-quality, reliable, and affordable drinking water infrastructure is an essential part of accomplishing this mission. To provide you a few examples of the challenges we face as a nation, on average, each day 700 water mains break across the country. And while utilities in this country spent $82 billion on water and wastewater infrastructure last year, much more work needs to be done. The American Society of Civil Engineers estimated this year that if funding needs and infrastructure investments continue on the current levels, the annual funding gap that we have in this country will grow to $136 billion by 2039. At EPA, the WIFIA program was established to help fill this gap to provide low-interest, long-term financing to communities across the country for drinking water and wastewater projects. Since the program was first funded by Congress in 2016, EPA has executed 34 WIFIA loans totaling more than $6.7 billion, saving ratepayers across the nation $3.3 billion. No doubt we are all living in unprecedented times, and we recognize that the challenges that America's cities are facing with keeping operations and construction of critical infrastructure going while safeguarding their employees and the communities they serve. I'm therefore so pleased to be able to be here with you today from Washington to celebrate the groundbreaking of this new new drinking water facility. In late April, EPA executed a $280 million loan to support the construction of this facility. Not only was it the first loan in the state of Kansas, but more importantly, it was the largest drinking water project that we have financed since the program started. Drinking water security and resiliency is a very important priority to EPA, and we are excited to partner with the city on financing this facility. Whoops, my papers, I gotta really get a firm grip on this. This project and the nearly $1 billion in other water and wastewater infrastructure investments being made in your community demonstrates the city's commitment to the future. It also demonstrates a commitment to leadership in infrastructure investment. Submitting a letter of interest to EPA as the federal government for WIFIA assistance in only the second year of the program's history demonstrated a willingness that you had to consider novel approaches to affordably delivering water infrastructure investments. A partnership with the federal government through a WIFIA loan, which lasts 40 years, is certainly a commitment. And in these hypercharged times that we live in, demonstrates the city's willingness to innovate to better serve its residents. By using WIFIA, the city has been able to save its ratepayers $100 million compared to traditional bonds, and this money is able to help accelerate other important infrastructure and also keep your ratepayers' rates as low as possible. I also think it's important to note that other cities in Kansas are following your lead. We just closed our 2020 funding round last week. We saw 3 new letters of interest from communities across the state, which we hope will grow over time. Finally, I want to say a special thank you to the City of Wichita's staff to facilitate one of the smoothest loan closing processes that we've had. In January this year, the city and EPA agreed to work diligently to close a loan by the original groundbreaking date in April. And when you do one of these loans, it touches on many, many people, including the city council, the mayor, and others. And there are potential failure points that would have derailed that closing date. I'm happy to say that the city and EPA executed the agreement as scheduled for the original groundbreaking, and I think that's a real testament to the public spiritedness and the hard work of all of those involved. I hope that the strong partnership we've developed for this facility is the first among many between EPA and the city through the program. I also understand that you have a potentially the biological nutrient facility coming down the pike. We would certainly love to see another letter of interest and let the partnership grow. Sounds good. And you know, I'm a New Yorker. I grew up on Long Island, and our state motto is Excelsior, which means ever upwards. But I think this facility today and your commitment to your residents to have clean drinking water and wastewater really ascribes to that motto. So it's a pleasure to be here and continue with your good work. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alan King. I'm the Director of Public Works for the city. This project is many years in the making. Due to the diligence, hard work of staff and city and community leaders, it's finally coming to fruition. Doesn't help, does it? Okay. Water is our most essential resource, and finding a way to safeguard it for generations to come is crucial to our quality of life and our economic and growth and economic development. A great deal of time and expertise has been employed reviewing how best to address our aging infrastructure, and particularly our aging water treatment plant. We have had many talented engineers and analysts review, many citizens engaged in the process, and many others investing their time in this project to bring it to life. Now we have a great team on board, Wichita Water Partners, whose expertise and dedication to Wichita will provide a high quality, state-of-the-art water treatment plant for both processes and redundancy. What is most impressive about the project is not just its size and scope. It's a very large project, but its long-lasting impact on the residents and businesses in the community. This facility will enable industry to thrive, producing jobs and economic stability, and benefit businesses and provide them with the confidence that they'll have water, that's the necessary water that they need into the future. But perhaps most important, the new water treatment plant will ensure that all Wichita residents, not only those not yet born or not yet moved into the area, will have high water quality into the far future. Thank you.
Wow, looks like it's picked up. Well, want to just thank Director Alan King for his amazing leadership during this process. We're lucky to have an expert and public works staff that are helping guide this project forward. Also want to echo Alan's statements that this treatment plant is foremost about providing clean water to our residents, but also it's an important key to our regional economic development plan, as it provides water to roughly 500,000 residents, not just Wichita, but in Derby, Valley Center, and Andover. So with that, the construction for the water plant is on schedule, and we're looking forward to its completion in about 5 years. And that's about it. I think we get to break ground. So I just got dirt in my eye. But before then, I want to thank everyone for being here, and also open up to questions. Like we got Alan over here in case questions get a little more technical. Bob, you got a question? Oh, you're just fixing your hair? All right. I'll call on people. All right. Well, thank you for that.